British royal family has weathered countless storms over the years, but a new controversy is reportedly stirring behind the gates of Balmoral, and this one has royal watchers absolutely stunned. According to growing speculation from royal insiders and commentators, Prince William is taking a much firmer role in managing family affairs at Balmoral than ever before. And at the center of the latest drama is an alleged incident involving one of Queen Camilla's grandchildren and young Prince Louis that has left many questioning whether tensions inside the royal circle are deeper than anyone realized. So what exactly is happening behind the scenes? Why are observers saying William is beginning to establish his authority in ways that could reshape the future of the monarchy? And what was this shocking remark that allegedly left family members stunned? Let's dive in. For decades, Balmoral has been more than just a royal residence. Nestled in the Scottish Highlands, it has served as a private sanctuary for generations of royals. It is where family members gather away from the cameras, away from public engagements, and away from the pressures that come with royal life. Historically, Balmoral was closely associated with Queen Elizabeth II, who treasured the estate and considered it one of her favorite places in the world. During her reign, family traditions remained remarkably consistent. Everyone understood their place, and the late Queen's authority was rarely questioned. But times have changed. Following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II and the accession of King Charles III, the royal hierarchy has entered a new era. While King Charles remains monarch, many royal observers believe that Prince William is increasingly being viewed as the future of the institution and is gradually assuming greater responsibility. This shift has become especially noticeable during family gatherings. Sources close to royal circles have suggested that William has become far more involved in decisions regarding family schedules, guest arrangements, and the management of interactions between different branches of the family. And nowhere is that influence said to be more apparent than at Balmoral. Royal commentators note that William appears determined to protect both the monarchy's reputation and the well-being of his children. As Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis continue growing up in the public eye, William and Catherine are reportedly focused on creating a stable environment for them. That's where the alleged controversy begins. According to rumors circulating among royal watchers, an uncomfortable moment reportedly occurred during a private family gathering involving members of the extended royal family. While details remain unverified, the story claims that one of Queen Camilla's grandchildren made a remark directed toward Prince Louis that many present considered inappropriate. Now, before going further, it's important to emphasize that none of these claims have been officially confirmed by the palace. However, the speculation has generated enormous interest because of what allegedly happened afterward. The reported comment was supposedly intended as a joke, but those present allegedly felt it crossed a line. Prince Louis has become one of the most beloved young royals thanks to his energetic personality, memorable public appearances. Whether he's making faces on the Buckingham Palace balcony or entertaining crowds during royal events, Louis has earned a reputation as the royal family's cheerful scene stealer. Supporters argue that his spontaneity is precisely what makes him relatable. Critics, however, have occasionally described his behavior as mischievous or overly energetic. According to the rumors, alleged remark targeted Louis's playful nature in a way that some family members interpreted as mocking rather than playful. What happened next is where the story becomes particularly intriguing. Multiple commentators have suggested that Prince William did not appreciate the situation. In fact, some claim that William's response reflected a broader determination to establish boundaries regarding how his children are treated, even within the extended family. Those who have followed William's evolution over the years may not find this surprising. Unlike previous generations of royals, William has repeatedly emphasized the importance of protecting his family's privacy and emotional well-being. Observers often point out that William's experiences growing up under intense media scrutiny have shaped his approach to parenting. He knows firsthand what it feels like to be judged, criticized, and discussed by people around the world. As a result, he has developed a reputation for being particularly protective when it comes to his children. If the reported incident occurred as described, many believe William would have viewed it as more than a simple joke. Instead, it may have been seen as a matter of respect. And respect is becoming an increasingly important theme within the future king's leadership style. Several royal experts have noted that William appears to favor a more streamlined and disciplined monarchy. While he is often described as approachable and modern, he is also said to possess a strong sense of duty and structure. That combination can create challenges when different personalities come together during family gatherings. Balmoral, despite its peaceful setting, brings together relatives from various backgrounds, traditions, and lifestyles. The royal family itself is already complex. Adding Queen Camilla's extended family into the mix introduces even more dynamics. Since becoming queen consort and later queen, Camilla's position within the family has gradually strengthened. Over time, many observers have noticed increased acceptance of her role among senior royals. However, acceptance does not necessarily eliminate every source of tension. Blended families often face unique challenges, and royal families are no exception. Questions about precedence, status, traditions, and relationships can sometimes create awkward situations behind closed doors. That's why reports involving Camilla's grandchildren and William's children attract so much attention. They touch upon larger questions regarding the future structure of the monarchy. Who holds influence? Who sets the rules? And who ultimately determines what happens inside the royal family's most private spaces? According to several commentators, William's growing authority at Balmoral may provide an answer. The Prince of Wales is no longer simply preparing for a future role. Many believe he is actively shaping that future right now. Recent years have seen William take on increasingly significant responsibilities. From representing the crown internationally to championing major charitable initiatives, he has steadily expanded his public profile. At the same time, insiders frequently describe him as becoming more confident behind the scenes. That confidence reportedly extends to family matters. Some observers even suggest that William's approach differs noticeably from that of King Charles. Where Charles has often been portrayed as diplomatic and patient, William is sometimes characterized as more direct and decisive. If true, that difference could explain why the alleged incident involving Prince Louis became such a talking point. Because for William, protecting his children may be non-negotiable. Yet another factor may be influencing events. As Prince George grows older and moves closer to his future role as king, attention on William's family continues to intensify. Every interaction involving the Wales children now carries greater significance. Every public appearance is analyzed. Every family dynamic becomes a subject of discussion, and that means even a seemingly minor comment can quickly become symbolic of larger issues. Did the remark truly upset family members? Did William step in to address the situation? Was it simply an innocent misunderstanding blown out of proportion? At this stage, only those who were actually present would know the full truth. But what many royal watchers find most fascinating is what reportedly happened after the incident, because according to emerging claims, William's reaction may have triggered a much broader conversation about who controls Balmoral, who shapes royal traditions moving forward, and whether a new era of royal authority has already begun behind the scenes. And if those reports are accurate, consequences could extend far beyond a single family gathering. The alleged aftermath of the incident has become just as talked about as the comment itself. According to royal commentators following the story, discussions behind the scenes reportedly shifted from the specific remark aimed Prince Louis to a much larger question. What kind of environment should exist for the next generation of royals? For Prince William, the answer appears straightforward. Those who closely observe the future king often describe him as someone who believes in clear expectations and firm boundaries. While he is frequently seen smiling during public engagements, many royal experts argue that William possesses a strong determination when it comes to matters involving family and duty. That reputation has only grown stronger in recent years. As heir to the throne, William is no longer viewed merely as a prince waiting for his turn. Increasingly, he is being seen as a leader whose decisions carry substantial influence within the institution. This is why reports of him taking greater control at Balmoral have generated so much interest. Historically, Balmoral represented a place where senior royals could relax and temporarily step away from official responsibilities. Yet observers suggest that the estate is now becoming a symbol of the monarchy's future direction, and at the center of that future stands William. Some commentators believe the Prince of Wales wants family gatherings to reflect the values he hopes will define his eventual reign: professionalism, unity, respect, and stability. Supporters argue that such an approach is necessary if the monarchy is to remain relevant in the decades ahead. Others wonder whether stricter expectations could create friction among extended family members who are accustomed to a more relaxed atmosphere. Whatever the reality may be, the rumors surrounding Balmoral have fueled speculation that William's influence is becoming impossible to ignore. That brings us to Queen Camilla's position. For years, Camilla has worked to establish herself as a respected and dependable figure within the royal family. By most accounts, she has successfully strengthened her relationship with senior royals and earned the trust of King Charles. However, any controversy involving members of her extended family inevitably attracts attention. Royal watchers have been quick to point out that there is no public evidence suggesting Camilla approved of any alleged remark directed toward Prince Louis. In fact, many observers believe she would be eager to avoid anything that could create unnecessary tension between different branches of the family. Still, the situation highlights a unique challenge. As royal families evolve, relationships become increasingly complex. Biological relatives, step-relatives, grandchildren, and extended family members all occupy different places within the broader royal circle.